All right, here is our day one report from Flyers rookie camp. Both Russ and I are in attendance here, and it's a pretty busy day, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think they got a lot accomplished. I feel like because there's a game tomorrow, I think they were really focused and really simulated some things that they're going to have to work on in the game. To it's rookie games are different than regular games. The coaches are going to tell uh, the players what to do in these games beside them playing their game. So there's an agenda, and so they went over that today. And I think it'll be interesting to see with just one day of camp. Now again, these guys should be ready because they had their dev camp. So it'll be interesting to see what they have worked on.
Yeah, I think you saw a lot of in-game situations, like you were talking about, a lot of net front drills, a lot of like in tight areas in the
Yeah,
corner kind of drills, but then some stretch drills as well, like going up and down
yeah,
the ice. So they really did cover the gamut. Now, of course, I think the biggest thing that people want to know is Matvei Michkov and how he looked out there. Obviously, I think the headline is going to be he tried a Michigan in front of John
right.
Tortorella.
Yeah, might be the last one he tries in front of John Tortorella. We don't know.
Right, but, beyond that, I think he looked pretty solid. I think he was just, grinding out there and working really hard to kind of follow instruction and be an active participant in all the drills.
Yeah, he was really trying to get his line mates involved. Jett Luchanko was working with him, so he was being really unselfish, which is good. And he's generally that way, anyhow. But he's a cut above as far as his edge work, and his starting and stopping was better than anybody in camp. His speed is not the best, like Oliver Bonk is faster, but
Totally.
it's a different kind of skating. So
Right.
what he's able to do is he's able to lose guys because he can get down the ice, he can make a quick stop, he can make a quick turn, do a spinorama, and totally lose a defender. Then all of a sudden he's got open ice, and he'll either pass it or shoot it, and that's an edge that he has on everybody in this game.
Yeah, I think the other thing I noticed is that in between drills, he was always working on something. He was always
Yeah.
stick handling. He was always, just trying something else. And I think that was like really cool to see. Like you can just see the work ethic is there.
Oh no, the work ethics, bar none. It's fantastic. He works like a pro. He's a pro. He's been playing pro hockey, so you could see that. But we also did see him vacate the defensive zone early, and those are things that they're going to work on him with because that's something that he's used to in the KHL. But he's not going to be able to get as many opportunities that way, especially early in his career in the NHL.
Yeah, absolutely. As far as the other guys there, we mentioned Jett Luchanko playing with him. I think they looked pretty comfortable together. I'm excited to see them in the game Friday night.
They did, and Ian LePerrier was funny because he was told to put them
Yeah, he
together.
was voluntold,
Yeah,
as I
and
said.
but listen, that's what you want. I mean,
Hmm.
you have to envision the future at some point, so this is the time to do it. Jet's going to go back to 12, and so that's good. I mean, that part really checked out. I think Massimo Rizzo was showing really good strength out there.
Yeah.
He probably put on 10 pounds of muscle, and like when Emil Andre went up against him, he was having trouble, and so that's a good sign for him because Andre put on probably 7, 8
Yeah.
more pounds of muscle. He's got big forearms now.
Yeah, his arms definitely
Yeah.
looked bigger.
And he was always a little feisty anyhow. His speed looked good, his shot looked good. He's really determined. Like, I'm going to feel bad if he doesn't make the team because there's really no reason he couldn't make this team, but he may get shut out for making this team.
Yeah, it could be. We should mention that Denver Barkey and Carter Southern were not on the ice.
Right.
Barkey, because of an injury,
Mono.
a mono,
That's what's
sorry.
being reported.
And then Carter Southern has a heart condition,
Yeah.
which we'll get into on
And
another
another show.
show.
It's a little involved as far as the explanation, but the prognosis is very good.
Yes, so we will get into that. But again, Oliver Bonk, I think, looks fantastic
I mean, he was the
out
best
there.
skater by far. Like, nobody was
100%.
close. When they automatically stopped the play, and he had to be the first. He was the first one every time. Like, no matter where he was on the ice, he's skating everything.
The most notable
Yeah.
out there
Oh yeah,
for
by far.
sure of anybody. Yeah, I think those were kind of the key player highlights. Of
Yeah.
course, we got our first look at some of the new Phantom signings, but
Hmm.
I don't know that any of them stood out in particular today, but
I think who was it? Zaleski had a real good
Gillespie
shot.
did,
He had a
yeah.
nice shot. He was putting it out there. And back to Rizzo, a very hard shot. Like
Yeah.
really a lot of mustard on it. So those two guys, I feel like offensively were bringing it.
Yeah, Santeri Soku again
Yeah.
showed his shot, but
Yes,
he has to work on some other things.
he does.
I think Spencer Gill also had some really good moments there, in especially when they were doing more like 2-on-2 drills.
Yeah, I liked when he was the way he was shutting down gaps, and then if there was a whistle and he had to all of a sudden just sprint down the ice, he was pretty good.
Yeah,
Like his speed's not there yet, but it's better than it was last year. So I feel like there's some good improvement that's happened with him. And so yeah, I'm anxious to see Carter Sutherland at some point. I hope he can get on the ice because he's a guy who does have a lot of ability too. So we know what Barkey can do. Obviously.
right. Yeah, so that's day one
Yeah,
at Flyers rookie camp. Be back tomorrow, as well as I will be attending the game Friday night. So we will be covering that as well.
that's it.